Okay, now we're going to do one of the side assemblies. I'm going to use the right back leg. You notice that has the 3 posts in it. I'm going to lay it out flat. And then I'm going to put 3/4 inch pins into these holes, 3/4 inch pins into these holes. And that's because it's going to be a little bit harder to balance. Okay? Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take what we call the glide support brace, just a little long piece of wood, plain piece of wood. There's 4 little pilot holes in that. And you notice my arrows, they're going to go down. So when I put this in, those holes are going to be to the inside and down, because eventually that's going to hold your glide for the cabinet. Then I'm going to put in the top side brace. Going to tap a little 3/4 inch hole pin in here. It's okay if the pin's loose. And I'm going to take one of my bastion posts. And I'm going to put that threaded side out. The little notches are going to align here so that when I put it down, the post is going through the hole in the side of the bastion. Okay, I've got that in place. Okay? Well, I've got it there. It's going to take that and I'll just tighten it up. I'm going to put one of the long rods in, get up that way. Okay, now I'm going to take the middle side brace, use the smooth edges, they're going back. You have places for the pinholes. Just going to drop that right in place. Okay, that's going in place. Then I'll put the next rod, then the third rod. Then I'm going to put 3/4 inch pin into the bottom side brace. You've got to make sure that these holes that will hold the shelf, the bottom shelf, goes in. My little barrel nut. Put that in so the notches are this way, toward the hole. There we go, this way, toward the hole. Then I'm going to sort of hold that nut in place with my thumb while I set it in place like that. Then we'll take a set screw, tighten this one down. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple 3/4 inch pins into the side panel. Notice it's toward the bottom here, it's not exactly on center. And then I'm going to put them into these holes and stand that upright. Okay, at this point we're going to attach all of the tubes, top back brace, the top side brace, middle side brace, bottom side brace, side panel, and your glide support stick, and put those in with the pins. All of them go in with pins. Yep. Put the tubes in the holes. Then we're going to take the little bastions, we're going to put those and line them up, the little notches going forward, in both the top and the bottom side brace there. Next thing, you may want to get a little help to help align these things, because you do have to align 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus posts with the holes. And so, you get somebody, and the idea is going to be insert the post, and then you'll work your way toward the front with assistance, and then you secure the whole thing with the set screws, and everything will be into place. When you finish, this is what it'll look like. Okay, now we've taken the left side assembly, put it on its face with all the posts up, and the first thing you do is put the top back brace, middle back brace, bottom back brace. We made sure that these holes are facing each other, and the post will determine which way the holes go, because all four of these braces are exactly the same, so they're oriented a little different, but it becomes obvious when you start putting it together. Then we're going to put the door assembly together. Do that on the floor, flatten it out, put 1.5-inch pins in the top, 1.5-inch pins in the bottom, and then we'll put a washer on the bottom. This is the magnet brace. That doesn't need washers. We're just going to slide that into place. Then we're going to slide the bottom one into place. And the next step we're going to do is we're going to pick this up and we're going to put it into place here. Okay, I'm taking the door assembly, I'm holding it real tight, making sure everything stays together, because right now we don't have any fasteners to put it together. And I'm going to put it into place. I've already put the pin in, and the pin in there. I'm going to put that into place, line it up. Then I'm going to go around back, and I'm going to put the bastions and secure these with bastions. And I'll do that just by lifting up one edge at a time and aligning my bastion post. Put my set screw in there. Then we'll tighten that one down. Then we'll come around to the other side. Take my barrel nut, take my little notches, line it up with the post, lift this up just slightly so that I can get the nut in, then drop it back down, and then I'll secure that with a little set screw. Okay, now we have the door assembly on. I'm going to put the glide on. You'll notice that behind the wheel there's a couple little letters there, CL. That means L means left, and so the proper position of this is the front edge of the glide is flush with the front edge of the glide support stick, and you will see the first and third holes will show up. They may not show up. In this particular glide, it shows up the first hole behind the wheel. I'll open up the little packet that says screws for the cabinet glide. Start those right there. One there. Only takes two. You're not going to use the other two screws or screw pilot holes in the brace. And those are going in just like that. Here again, the important thing, the glide is equal and flush to the stick so that you see all of the leg. Then you just tighten that right down. You don't want to use bigger screws because the wheels hit the head of the screws. Okay, we're going to take the left side panel and we're going to turn it upside down. So that's the left side against the tabletop here. We're going to take the top front brace and secure that with bastions and a pin. And then we're going to take the back assembly. There's a pin here, a pin here, a pin here, and a pin here. And we're going to snap them together, and then we're going to lower them onto those bastion posts and secure them with the set screws, and then we'll have this part completed. Then we'll go and we'll do exactly the same thing with the front assembly. Okay, with the doors and the back panel in place, back front braces in place, the glides are in place, we're going to take the other side and put it on top. But first I'm going to take and put a barrel nut into each of these holes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. I'm going to line that little notch up so that it lines up with the hole so that the post can go down through that little hole. I've already reset the other one. Here again, it would help you if you have somebody to help you align this. But you're going to take this, line it up, maybe starting at the back. Then come forward until all those posts are set into place. When they're set into place, then tighten them up with the set screws.